Jayendra did not accept the idea immediately, nor did I say anything further. So Jayendra did not agree with the idea immediately, nor did I say anything further. Means I also did not say anything more. Only this much I said. We will tip the gardener and he will do it for him. He did not agree immediately. I also did not say anything more. He went and had his bath after a little bit of persuasion. What is persuasion? Persuasion is force. F-O-R-C, force or pressure or coercion. He did not want to have a bath. I had to force him to go for a bath. So after a certain amount of pressurizing, he went and had a bath. At lunch, he ate nothing except a couple of chapatis with meat curry, although I knew he was quite fond of his food. So Jayendra loved his food. Not all people love food. Some people eat for the sake of eating. Just to survive, some people eat. Some people, they are gluttons. And some people really love their food. So people who enjoy their food, they are good people. They eat with satisfaction and joy. So Jayendra was one who found a lot of satisfaction in eating. But today I noticed him eating very little. He took only some chapatis and little curry. After lunch, we went and sat in the same cane chairs on the veranda that overlooked the garden. So after lunch, we went and sat in the cane chairs. We have already seen the beginning of the story. What are cane chairs? Chairs made of cane on the veranda that overlooked the garden. Overlook means facing the garden, just in front of the garden. There appeared to be no one else in the circuit house. It looked like nobody else was in the circuit house. There was something eerie about the silence that afternoon. So, eerie is ghostly. That's a good word you can learn. Ghostly. E-E-R-I-E, eerie. Eerie. See, when you are speaking about especially some form of drama and stories where the ghosts, spirits are involved, eerie effects are created. Eerie effect is created. You will find the same eerie effect in your drama, The Tempest. You are ready to study that scene where the eerie effect is created through various scenes. So here there was something eerie about the silence that afternoon. That means very strange feelings or something like the presence of a ghost. All we could hear was the noise made by a few monkeys sitting on the gulmohar tree across the cobbled path. So, no noise, no disturbance except that of few monkeys which were sitting on a gulmohar tree near the cobbled path. Last day we saw what is cobbled path. Cobbled path is a path laid or paved with round stones. Cobbled is paved. Here the streets were paved with rounded stones. Around 3 p.m., we saw a man come into the garden carrying a water can. He was an old man. His hair, mustache, and sideburns all were white. So nobody seemed to be there. But around 3 p.m., we saw a man coming into the garden. How did he look? What was his appearance? He was carrying a water can. He was an old man. His hair and mustaches and sideburns all were white. White mustache, This is side bird. Side bird is near your earlobe, what is coming down. Some you will see some men having the side lobes up to here. They keep here till here. So this is called the sideburns. So his mustache, sideburns, everything was white in color. Very old man. Will you ask him or should I? So Shankar had proposed him earlier that we will dig it up near the tree by paying a tip to the gardener. Now he asked, shall I ask or will you ask? Will you ask him or should I? Are you going to ask him to dig it up or should I? At this question from Jayendo, I raised a reassuring hand and went straight to the gardener. You remember earlier Shankar had proposed to him, we shall dig it up. So first he had some little bit he agreed, Jayendo. Then he said, no, who will dig it up? And where will he get a spade to dig it up? Then Shankar told him the fact that there is a garden, there should be a gardener. And if there is a gardener working in the garden, there should be a spade. Therefore, there is no problem. You need to only give a little tip to the gardener and he will do it. But he did not agree. He did not show any sign of agreeing to it. Now suddenly when the gardener walked in, Jayendo was the first one to ask, will you ask him to dig it up or should I ask? That means already he had made up his mind to dig it up. He was willing to allow the gardener to dig it, or he was willing to agree to the proposal made by Shankar. At this question from Jayendo, I raised a reassuring hand and went straight to the gardener. So when I heard it from Jayendo coming, will you ask it or shall I ask? I was so happy. So I gave me a reassuring hand and said, yes, you be there. I will ask you, don't worry. After I had spoken to him means spoken to gardener, or let me see. After I had spoken to him, he looked at me rather suspiciously. So when I went and spoke to the gardener, he looked at me suspiciously. What is the meaning of suspicion? Doubtfully. Doubtful. Suspiciously means with a sense of doubt. Speculation. Why do you want to dig there near the tree? What's the matter? Like that. Clearly no one had ever made such a request. Why was the gardener suspicious? Because till now nobody made such a request. No, so many people had come to circuit cows and went back. But nobody made such a request to him. So he was really surprised and he was suspicious. Why, Babu? What's the matter, Babu? Why do you want to dig? Why do you want to dig? I laid a friendly hand on his shoulder and said, don't worry about the reason. I will give you 5 rupees. Please do as you are told. This is long time back. Now 5 rupees is nothing. And even if you give 5 rupees, nobody will go to dig. Even 50 rupees is nothing today. So those days it was a huge amount. So I did not tell him anything why we are digging and all. I just put my hand on his shoulder and said, come on, please dig it up. I'll give you 5 rupees. He relented, going so far as to give me a salute accompanied by a broad grin. So he was suspicious in the beginning. He did not want to do it. He was unwilling, gardener. Now when I touched his shoulder and I said, I will give you 5 rupees, his whole attitude changed. He relented. 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 So relented means yielded. 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 Yield means Y-I-L-D. Yield means surrender. Surrender or to accept. So he suddenly accepted, agreed, surrendered, or take a U-turn. Take a U-turn. Take a U-turn. That means so far he was suspicious until he took a U-turn means he was very willing to do it. He relented, going so far as to give me a salute accompanied by a broad grin. So whole attitude changed. He was ready to give me a salute and there was a grin on a broad grin. Broad grin means broad smile. So far he was suspicious. Now he has a broad smile on his face and he was ready to salute me even, and he said, I will do it, no problem. I beckoned to Jayendo, who was still sitting on the veranda. What is the meaning of beckon? Beckon means to call. I beckoned to Jayendo means give sign. Come. I called him. I called Jayendo, who was still sitting on the veranda. He rose and began walking towards me. As he came closer, I saw the pallor on his face. Pallor. So he was sitting there. I beckoned him, please come. So he came. So when he came, I could see the pallor on his face. That is a paleness or whiteness. Paleness. P-A-L-E-N-E-S. Paleness. Your face becomes pale when there is less blood circulation, or when you are anxious, or you hear a bad news. So your circulatory blood supply is reduced, then your face will look pale. Or people who have less hemoglobin, their hand and fingers will looking pale. So when Jayendo came close to me, I noticed that pallor on his face, the paleness. I did hope we would find at least some part of the door. I did hope we would find at least some part of the door. So I was very hopeful. At least a few parts of the door. If not anything of the door, at least the buckle and the buttons we will find. The gardener in the meantime had fetched a spade. The three of us made our way to the deodar tree. So he fetched means brought. Fetch means bring. He brought a spade and all three of us walked towards the trunk of the tree. Jayendo pointed at the ground about a yard from the trunk of the tree and said, here. So yard is a measurement, linear measurement, 3 feet. 3 feet is equal to 0.9144 feet. So that's a yard is a measure, mathematics students. So yard. So about a yard from the trunk of the tree he pointed, it's here. Just here I buried Fritz. Are you sure? I asked him. Jayendo nodded silently. He did not say anything, but he said, yes, I know. How much did you dig? At least 8 inches. Only 8 inches. 8 inches is very, very shallow, not so deep. The gardener started digging. So when the place was pointed out and he was told the depth of it, he started to dig. The man had a sense of humor. So the gardener was a humorous man, a funny man. As he lifted his spade, he asked if there was hidden treasure under the ground, and if so, whether we would be prepared to share it with him. Why do I say he was a funny man? He started to dig and he asked, is there a treasure underneath? Why do you want to dig? And if there is a treasure, are you willing to share it with me? So he was a funny man. I had to laugh at this, but because only these two, Jayendo and Shankar, know what they are going to dig. And the gardener is thinking there is a treasure. What if there is a dead body? That he doesn't know. So I laughed. But Jayendo's face did not register even the slightest trace of amusement. I was amused, thinking of when the gardener digs what he will find underneath, and he wants to have a share of it. But Jayendra was not amused at all. He was seriously thinking about what is going to happen. It was the month of October and not at all warm in Bundi. So it was cold in Bundi, not warm. Yet the collar of his shirt was soaked in sweat. He was staring at the ground unblinking. The gardener continued to dig. Why was there no sign of the door? So, though it was month of October, supposed to be very cold, still Jayendra was sweating. And he was wondering, what is unblinkingly means, blinking means this one. Unblinkingly means without taking his eyes out, he was looking. Where is Fritz? Where is Fritz? Why Fritz is not coming out? Why they are not able to spot him out? The raucous cry of a peacock made me turn my head for a moment. R-A-U-C-O-U-S, pronounced as raucous. So raucous means the harsh or sharp sound. Harsh or sharp sound made by a bird. That is raucous. The peacock made a sharp sound and I turned my head just to see what is happening. In that instant, exactly that moment, Jayendra made a strange sound. See how beautifully the author explains. So he heard a raucous sound, a harsh sound. Peacocks sounds, when they make the sound, it's very, very powerful. So when I heard the sound, I just looked inside. That time I heard Jayendra shouting in a strange sound. I quickly looked at him. His eyes were bulging. When I looked at Jayendra, his eyes were bulging. Bulging means to become bigger. The eyeballs will become bigger, like that, bulging, coming out. He raised his right hand and pointed to the hole in the ground with a finger that was visibly trembling. His fingers were trembling. He said, look there. He did not say, he pointed out, look there. His fingers were trembling, look there. Then he asked in a voice turned hoarse with fear, what is that? Then Jayendra asked in a voice turned hoarse, H-O-R-S-E. Hoarse means rough, harsh. Also you can say raucous. It's a sharp sound. So a hoarse means roughly harsh sound. He asked, what is that? He saw something there, pointing out there. Yeah. What is that? I see something very strange. What is that? The spade slipped from the gardener's hand. The gardener saw what was there and the spade slipped. Something terrible thing was there. He was simply taken aback, shocked, and the spade fell from his hand. Open mouthed in horror, amazement, and disbelief. The spade slipped from the gardener's hand. I too gaped at the ground. Gape means look with wide open mouth. Like that. With my mouth wide open, I looked at the ground. Open mouth in horror. Open mouth in horror. Amazement and disbelief. Three feelings. Horror, fear, frightened, amazement, surprise, and disbelief. Unbelievable. What was there? What was there? So now Jayendra is surprised. He doesn't know what is there. The gardener is shocked and the spade fell. I myself was so much amazed, surprised, shocked, in disbelief. What was there? There lay at our feet, covered in dust, lying flat on its back, a 12-inch long, pure white, perfect little human skeleton. That's it. What was there? There lay at our feet, covered in dust. It was in dust, lying flat on its back, a 12-inch long, pure white, perfect little human skeleton. So that's it. So what Jayendra expected, Shankar expected was a few traces of it. Maybe the things which were not decayed in the process after 31 years. Maybe some buckle of the belt or the shoe. It may be a few buttons of the coat. But what they saw was a full skeleton, same length of Fritz. White skeleton of a human being. So, was Fritz a doll? Or was he a human being? So what Jayendra felt something walking over his chest. Was it real? Was still Fritz alive? At least the spirit of Fritz haunting the house at Bundi, the circuit house. Is he still going around? And he was able to walk over the chest of Jayendra. Imagine for yourself. We'll see later. Thank you.